Hi, I'm Bran, and I love When Calls the Heart.
Hey, it's Panda, and I like When Calls the Heart.
I'm Dan, and I despise When Calls the Heart, and this is the Deck the Hallmark Podcast.
Whoa!
Hey, everybody.
Oh, boy.
It all comes down to this.
Boy,
Panda.
howdy. Whoa. Okay.
Big show.
Okay.
Really big show.
Oh, big dog.
Really big
dog
show.
on campus.
Big show.
By this time next week, Panda, you're going to be out of this chair. Jax will be in the chair covering When Calls the Heart.
Jax will be in the chair covering When Calls the Heart. That's true.
Yep.
Well, actually, aren't we taking a week off?
No, it lines up. Yep.
All right.
It lines up.
Wow.
It lines up. Yeah.
All right.
Shocking.
Good talk. Good.
I don't think it lines up.
It lines up.
It does not.
Because we record with her on Monday, the episode will come out on Thursday.
Oh, it'll come out the Thursday before Bramblefest. It does line up. You're right.
Thank you.
I'm wrong.
Are you? Give everybody your how you're feeling. This is your first of many goodbyes.
Yep.
But the first.
This isn't the first. He said goodbye like when
Multiple
he announced
times.
it. This
Yeah,
is
but
not
how are
near
you?
the
How do you
first.
feel?
I could not be more thrilled about not having to review When Calls the Heart.
But you said you're going to watch
You're
it.
gonna watch
I am
it.
going to watch them. I'm thrilled that I do not have to take active notes on this and pay more than attention than the show is worth.
You're really going to watch.
I love that.
I'm going to watch it all.
Good for you, buddy.
I watch it all.
I
Can you show me?
and I watch it now.
Elizabeth and Lucas are kissing.
Kiss.
So this is the season finale of season 7.
The good stuff.
Let's see if things get wild.
Questions
Before I
are
do,
answered. Lives hang in the balance. Relationships are broken. What'll happen next? Stay tuned to season 8.
before I do, Rig, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, really big show, Brad.
Really big show.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to be here.
Thank
I have
you.
an announcement of my own.
Okay.
4 for 2s are half price.
Okay.
You can get 2 4 for 2s for 1. It's
Two-
a 2 4 for 2s for 1 special.
2
4 for 2s are 2 for 1.
4 for 2s or 2 for 1.
Yeah, you got it.
So you can buy.
You could get 4 4 for 2s for 2 if you wanted.
Okay, so you can get
They're
2
4 for 2.
You pay one price.
You
Can I
get
ask
2.
you this? Can I get
4 for
1
2.
4 for 2 for half?
No, you got to
You
buy
have
2
to buy at least 2.
You got to buy 2 4 for 2s to get it for 1.
Got it.
Well, you could get 4 4 for 2s for 2 if you wanted.
Right. Can I get? Well, so if we're going here,
You could get 8 4 for 2s for 4. Yes.
can I get 3 4 for 2s for 1.5?
No, one would be full.
So
boat.
you-
full
so-
boat. Full boat for that one.
So you always have to do it by 2s.
You got to do it by 2s.
You have to do it for.
Yeah, just
you
like
have-
Noah intended on the ark. 2 by 2.
I had no idea 4 for 2s were so biblical.
Well, just the buy one get one free principle,
Okay.
not the 4 for 2s. They don't care about the word of God.
The buy one get one. The buy one.
Don't care
The
about
buy one get one principle, though, is staunchly found in Noah's ark.
Can you break that down just as a skosh
They
more for
went
me?
2 by 2.
Okay.
You got it.
But when I go to the store and I try to buy something that's BOGO, I buy one, I get it for half.
Yeah, but it depends on the store. Publix ruined that for the rest of us trying to make a buck because they just gave you the half off.
Right.
They should just put 50% off on the thing, not ruin it for the rest of us that are trying to, make ends meet.
So you're saying the 4 for 2 is strictly you have to buy 2 to get it for 1.
It's a 2 for 1 if you buy 2.
How much is 1?
$68.
So you can get 2 4 for 2 for $68.
That's right.
Got it. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Why would you need 2 4 for 2s?
You could gift one,
Okay.
and maybe you have a big house.
Everyone I know is getting one for Christmas.
That's right. Now's the time.
So when you say a big house rig,
No,
well, how big are we talking?
just enough to have 2 kitchens.
Okay. For like lots of food?
Yeah, you could probably make lots of food with 2 kitchens, and you'd need a big table. That's for sure.
Yeah. Would you do anything else? Like maybe after the meal?
Yeah, we'd probably throw the pigskin around.
Okay, thank you, Rick. We're talking about When Calls the Heart, Season 7, Episode 10, which is the final season with only 10 episodes. So the next ones have 12.
Come on, man.
12 apiece.
Are you serious?
This is Don't Go. Don't Go.
Guys, did you see that? That was me dodging a bullet.
That was full Matrix. You were Neo.
Whoa! Time to jump
I'm out of here.
ship.
August 19th sounds like a good day.
April 26, 2020.
2020.
Is when it came out, and it went a little something like this. Lee is going back to work, everybody, and Rosemary's helping him get back to the office. He arrives to a telegram from his sister saying that she's coming to Hope Valley. Lucas shows up and to Elizabeth early in the morning and says that a publisher would like to speak with her. And she says, "Is it good news?" So, yeah. Prob. Gowan almost faints at breakfast, so he's doing well. Elizabeth gets quoted 200 smokers for
Smokers, not smokers.
those smokers.
No. 200 smokers is way overpriced.
Okay. Elizabeth gets 200 smackers for the
You'd have to
advance.
transport them on separate planes. That's too much smoke for a plane.
It's too much to get the smoke off the plane. Elizabeth gets $200 for the. She's going to get $200 for the advance of her book, which equates to a little over $4,000 today. So, big money. Big money, maybe six. Nathan is going to have to go to another town for the trial of the dude that he arrested. You guys remember him?
Sure do.
We talked about him last week. Not at all. Elizabeth goes to check on Gowan. I'm just now realizing he didn't even mention it. So sorry about that, everybody. Elizabeth goes to check on Gowan because she's like just very invested in Gowan's life at this point in her life. And he mentions that Lucas is going to pull out all of his money from the company, so they're going to have to go under. Elizabeth is like, why would he do that? And so she goes to talk to him and is like, don't you know what you're doing here? You know how many people rely on these jobs? She's not happy. And you know what they always say? Happy girl that you're courting, happy life. Lucas goes to Gowan and says, listen, man, you know what? I'll keep my money in, but I have to be majority owner.
Oh, yeah.
And Gowan is like,
Sounds like a $2 word. Texas is the best.
I thought about it. I'm out. No, sirree.
Weapons of mass destruction.
I'm not going to do that.
Exhausted. That just sounds like a $2 word for tired.
For tired.
Tired.
I've gone full George W. Bush in 7 seasons. I've gone from Canadian bad guy to Texas good guy.
So,
It's unbelievable.
So,
It's improbable.
old Susanna shows up.
Oh, don't you cry for me.
It's not going well. And so Rosemary's like,
well.
Rosemary goes up to Susanna and is like, can you try a little bit? Basically, that's the gist of it. Can you just try for Lee? Can you just try? So we'll see what happens there. So Gowan comes storming into the old liquor place. What's it called? The pub? The
Queen of Hearts?
the Queen of Hearts, which is
I forgot that's the
The
name of it now.
old liquor place.
The old liquor place.
That's what Fitzy's was going to be called.
Yeah, the old liquor place.
Until it was taken
And it's like,
by Stan.
he's like the only...
took it?
Go ahead.
Stan took it.
To where?
My pants.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it does though, right?
So, Gowan comes marching into the old liquor place and is like, I'm not going to let you be majority owner. You're going to have to buy me out completely.
Lock, stock, and barrel.
That's exactly right.
Lock, stock, and barrel.
Yeah. So, he ends up doing it. And Elizabeth walks in, sees him standing in Gowan's office, and is like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I run the place now. So it's always a mystery what's going on with that guy. So it all comes down to this, boys and girls. Nathan moving the criminal in the back of the buggy. He's on a horse.
Move the criminal.
And this girl comes out of the woods with a gun,
Yeah,
like a BB gun.
this could be fun.
And
But it
she's
won't
like, yeah, this is my brother. And get all the guns down. So they all throw the guns down. Nathan gets off of his nay-nay and starts talking to the girl, and it's like, hey, girl, chill out now. No one's got to do this, and if you cooperate, maybe that'll give the judge over here, who's the judge is here, by the way.
Judge is here.
Judge Bill.
Right next to
Bill
me.
will be like, Bill's probably going to let him off the hook if you just let us off the hook.
That's right.
So she starts to lower her weapon, and whoever...
The other Mountie is.
Yeah, whoever the other Mountie is that's riding the carriage pulls out his gun. We hear gunshots. Birds go everywhere.
That's right.
And then back in town, we hear someone's been shot. I believe we hear the words Nathan's been shot.
I think Nathan's been shot.
Elizabeth is now frantic.
Yep. They go out. You see Mountie boots.
Yep.
Because, by the way, earlier in the episode, he asked her out. I didn't say that.
Yep.
He asked her out. And so things are starting to move in Season 8 being the season of Nathan.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, no, he's got shot. And you're like, great. Fade to black. That's the end of the season.
But it isn't.
But it isn't. Nathan comes walking up behind her. Nathan comes walking up behind her. He gives her a big hug, and we're all relieved, and we have nothing to look forward to all summer long. And that, my friends, was When Calls the Heart.
Season of Despair.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll come right back, and we're going to talk about this episode of television here on Back to Hallmark. Cranler Mackwell called?
Cranwell, my Mackler?
No, Cranler Mackwell.
Ryan Lewis, he doesn't even do
He doesn't do
Macklemore's
that.
new rock.
He doesn't do Macklemore's anymore.
Have you heard Macklemore's new song? This is a serious thing.
Yeah.
It's called
Well,
Chant.
Yeah, it's really great.
It's great.
And Ryan Lewis doesn't do it anymore.
Ryan Lewis doesn't do it. But he got the guy from the Dance Monkey song.
Yeah, the girl.
The girl from the Dance Monkey song. Tones and I.
Tones and I is going on tour with him too.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this is a bit and how much isn't, but the song's
None
great.
of that was a bit.
Great.
And Ryan Lewis doesn't do Macklemore's
Also,
anymore. There was
not-
some sort of falling out.
It's a song called Chant
Yeah, it's a great track.
with Macklemore and Tones and I, and it's really, really good.
Okay.
And Ryan Lewis doesn't do Macklemore's.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Something about Cranler McMcLemore, but I think we can go past it.
Well, okay. So maybe we'll go back to it. So it's time for the hot take. Let's start with you, Panda. Your last hot take of When Calls the Heart. Let's see if
These old
you.
moments
Let's see if you bring
I
the heat.
remember all my life. It's Panda's last hot take.
Guys,
Yep.
this show's awful.
Yeah.
This show is just astonishingly bad. And this episode is an example of everything that season 7 should be known for, which is just trash. Is a bad episode of television. And it's a bad episode of television for several reasons. First of all, there is this fabricated, out of nowhere relationship that Lee's trying to cultivate with his sister, who we've never heard of before till last episode. Fair enough, but there's nothing that happens. They have some beef for a grand total of 3 minutes, and then decades of pent-up frustration and anger is just melted away because Rosemary really steps up to the plate again. Yeah. Let's see what else. Fiona, she's coming back. That's great because she loses her job. Nothing happens there. And then what amounts to the dumbest, the absolute dumbest ending for the last episode of television. You have a decent setup here. Somebody has been shot, and you think it's Nathan. You think this is a replay of Jack. And I sat there and I was like, great. All right, this is a good setup. Because then you have, and guess what? It pans over to that Joker. He's still alive. And then you ask the question, what next? What do we have to look forward to? The show squandered literally everything. The gunshot doesn't matter. Who got shot? Was it the other Mountie?
Who's on first?
Extra McClay. Maybe it was Crandall McClay on the curry.
No, that wasn't it.
Okay.
Nothing matters. The Gowan situation has been, I guess, resolved because he's been sold everything. Nathan has been, for the most part, a ginormous weenie this whole season. A ginormous, spineless, gutless dude the entire time. And it frustrates me. It just frustrates me, man, because the dude just didn't step up. He was a weenie. I said it.
You didn't say he was a weenie. You said he was a ginormous weenie.
He was a giant weenie.
Yeah.
Which you did see live, from what I understand,
Which
right?
I did. I did see them live, and I will say,
Ginormous weenie.
not what it was billed to be.
You know what? For once, I agree. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. You know what? Even I was surprised, and I don't even think I can be. It should be surprised anymore. I'm surprised that they showed their hand so quickly.
It was so bad.
Gunshot. Nathan. We think Nathan's been shot. Immediately cut, and Nathan's behind her. Like, give us a smidgey of suspense. Baffling. Truly baffling. But I trust the showrunners inherently, and we will go into next season fighting the good fight. It's going to be the season of the Nathan. I can feel it now, and I'm here for that. New season, new life, new blood. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see what happens.
Brand just said he trusts the showrunners wholeheartedly, and that was more authentic than anything we saw in season 7. It is terrible television, and this is the finale that this season deserved because it was utter garbage. It was the worst it had to offer on all fronts. It was the worst on the business front. It was the worst on the Lee Rosemary front. It was the worst on the Nathan Lucas front. All 3 storylines got the absolute worst possible conclusion they could have gotten from a standpoint of no one cares, nothing happens, and there's nothing to root for or against in the future. They nailed it. It was an absolute perfect game monstrosity. It was bad from start to finish. All the storylines don't matter, even more than we thought they didn't matter. That's impressive even for When Calls the Heart. It was a feat I didn't even think they were capable of. So congratulations on sucking worse than I thought you could possibly suck.
And it's giant weenie?
Ginormous weenie.
Got it.
Ginormous weenie.
Let's go to the fields. Panda?
No, nothing. Other than just absolute shock that literally with the closing moments of a show where somebody has been, in theory, shot, you show your hand. I just gobsmacked that they would do that. That's bad for When Calls the Heart.
That's that. And anytime you say that,
that's bad for. Am I right though? That's
Yes.
bad for When Calls the Heart.
real bad, real bad.
Yeah, I had a feel for a second, and then it went away with him standing behind her. So unfortunate. Dan?
You know, we give Rosemary a hard time, but I thought it was really sweet. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have anything. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? No.
We'll be right
Nothing.
back. Here on Dr. Home. Kraylor McLemore called
Ryan Lewis.
No, and he said he didn't even need the juice anymore.
Wow.
So we put all the juice in the fridge to get it cold, and now it's just taking up
Just gonna
space.
sit there. Just a bunch of juice.
It's just a bunch of chilled juice for Kraylor. He's not even come by anymore.
You switched from cold to chilled there mid-sentence, and that's an interesting.
Thank you.
You were going to say it's a bunch of cold juice.
Yeah.
And you switched to chilled juice.
I felt like it was more representative of the actual product.
Okay. All right.
It's time for the Wait What, Panda?
First of all, they have a science fair. And maybe this is accurate.
They do?
They have a science fair. Something
There's something. Episode?
Yes.
Great.
And they all have the classic tri-fold cardboard boards for a science
In
fair
this
project.
episode they
In
do
this
this?
episode.
Dan, you used to remember this?
I don't remember it at all.
Here's my thing. It's 1917. I don't think that these are. It was like a modern day elementary school
when
science
did the
fair.
trifold boards become a thing? Now I'm very curious.
No, because that to me does not seem like something that would happen in 1917. It just.
I can tell you.
And.
I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't felt you.
Yeah, Trace, you've been out in the sticks.
And this is my time. Dan, can you whisper me the answer?
I can try to.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm not. It's hard to find a history of this.
History or his story. Give us 3. Give
I
us.
got to find the real one first, Bran.
While you're trying to find it, I have this isn't a wait what, but it's a rant, and I just need it. Let me have this for a moment, and it's about Nathan in general. Let me go on the record and say I like, in theory, Nathan's character better than Lucas.
Sure.
However, in my opinion, they have largely squandered this man's personality and made him very irritating, unfortunately. When he's not dealing with anything involving Elizabeth, I like his character better than Lucas. However, as soon as he is doing anything involving Elizabeth, he will not ask the girl out. He has tried numerous times and just spit it out, dude. Like today, in this episode, a horse guy comes in leading a horse into the stable.
Horse guy,
whatever he is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Horse guy.
And he sits there, it's like, I can't ask you. That's the worst not an ask
Horses are neighing in a barn. Can't spit it out.
And
Not
she
with
looks at him and she
horses.
goes, what do you want to ask me, Nathan? And he won't do it. You know what, dude? You don't deserve Elizabeth. No, you don't at this point, because all season you've been literally hanging in the background, moping around. The only reason he has gotten attention at the very last part of this episode is because she thought he was dead. That's it.
Yeah. I actually thought for much of the season that Elizabeth was the worst. But after him in the barn being distracted by horses making horse sounds in a barn where they live, I have to at least grant the fact that Nathan Grant doesn't get it.
Right. He's not a get it guy.
Not a get it guy.
Lucas at least is shooting a shot. Go for it. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't even like his character. Here's the problem. I don't like either one of these guys.
Lucas
And I
has
don't
got
like
a lot
Elizabeth anymore, so it's like they deserve each other.
Well, and I hear
Lucas
she
has got
gets
a lot
worse in
going
season
on.
8, but like I don't know.
Lucas has got a lot going on. He's falling in love, trying to date her,
running a saloon,
and now buying out a business.
and he's a magician.
Don't forget that. Also has money under fish,
Under fish somewhere.
which is gonna come back.
It's gonna come back.
I promise you. They'll make it up to us.
Yeah.
My wait, what is last episode? My all the feels was Lee kicking a ball up against a wall, which was last week. This week, the guy can barely walk into work. He gets out of the car. It's his first day back at work, and Rosemary's having to help him like walk upstairs. What happened with this guy in between being able to kick a ball back and forth up against a wall and just walking into work the next week? He doesn't seem like he's doing better.
No.
Seems like he's doing worse.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is he okay? Dan?
Yeah. So Lucas tells Elizabeth that he's heard word that Frank Branson of Branson Books wants to talk to her on the phone in person.
Right.
And her response is, do you think he likes it? Do you think he likes the manuscript? To which I wanted to reply, do you think he likes it? Because can you imagine the head of a publishing company wanting to call someone and speak to them personally to tell them that their book sucks? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine like Mr. HarperCollins being like, hey, I got a busy schedule, but your manuscript was so bad that I'm going to call you personally to tell you it was so bad. Like, can you imagine? Mr. Tisdale's on the line. Mr. Tyndale's on the line. I read your book, and I've got a docket of books to publish, but yours was so terrible, I just needed to speak to the person that wrote it.
You are dumber than we ever imagined. Congratulations.
If he wants to speak to you, that's a good sign, Elizabeth. Do you think he likes it?
I can't imagine it. I do work with you, and your life mission is to ruin people's dreams. So I
The only
can't
reason
imagine.
you can imagine is it was like, this is something, you said this is something you do, which it isn't. But this is what you said.
It's a funny bit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Me just calling people to go, hey, listen, I just got a chance to read your book. Man, I really dug in there. Not good.
Not good.
We will not be signing
Can you imagine the devastation of these authors who send their manuscripts
Oh my
everywhere?
gosh, it would be so
and getting a
mean.
phone call from the head of the publishing company to tell you how bad it is.
Got some notes. None of them are going to help you get published because even if you do these, still bad.
You imagine if Kelly Clarkson had called us personally, been like, got your tape. It's a no.
It's a no.
You guys are all
You're terrible.
dumber than I thought.
Not funny. We don't need you here. Just kick rocks.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Somehow I feel honored by that. I'd be like, thank you for taking your time,
right.
Kelly.
To tell us personally how bad we are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
It's time for the hopes and valleys. Panda, do you have any hope for the future?
I'm looking ahead to season 8. Even though I will not be reviewing this season with you, I am hopeful about a couple things. First of all, I really want to see this love triangle be spiced up a little bit. I really want to have some. I would love if there's a fight that breaks out between Lucas and Nathan, like a real fisticuff.
Yeah, okay.
A real battle, a little brouhaha.
Yeah.
I'm here for all of that. That's my hope moving into the future. My valley is that I have no confidence in the show moving forward. It is also, my valley is that I'm not going to have a chance to review it. It is one of the highlights that I get a chance to do this every week. I really do enjoy reviewing this because it's hilarious to sit there and listen to our own de-evolution on this.
Devolution?
Nope, de-evolution.
Okay. Good talk.
Yep.
That's a good example. I think.
And I stand by everything I've said.
It's not an evolution, it's a de-evolution.
Yeah.
My hope is that like next season starts and it turns out that Nathan was shot. I think that would be funny, a funny way to start the season. So I'm just kind of holding out for that. Like maybe he was shot just a little bit. We can't see it because he's wearing red. That would be funny for me. I think that would be a real hoot. Obviously, I want him to live because it is the season of Nathan. I'm coining it that, even though I don't know.
Season of Nathan.
I don't know. I have no idea. Don't know. But I'm calling it season of Nathan. I'm hopeful that it's going to be season of Nathan. Let's really get this triangle some mustard. Some mustard.
Some mustard.
Put a little stank on it.
Even though next season I think is the season where she chooses Lucas, but
it is where she chooses Lucas.
No, I don't think it is.
It is.
It
is.
Season of Nathan, though.
it's the season of Nathan. But his jacket's red, so if he got shot,
His jacket is
hard
red.
to tell.
Is he walking? Yes, but his jacket's red. I do have a hope.
what if he walks up at the end of this, and what if she hugs him in the last part of the season before it fades to black? It's just you just see a little wind,
Little wins.
little wins.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Could be anything.
Jacket's red.
The jacket's red. You can't tell. Dan?
My hope is that my valleys will continue because they're going to have to find something else for Gowan to do. And they have found so many ways to ruin this character. 6 ways to Sundown Man, but they got more in store for him. And so I'm very interested to see what they're going to do to him next. That's what I got.
Fantastic. It's time for What's Calling My Heart. Did we get an email this week?
We did. This email actually came in a few weeks ago, and I saved it for this very occasion.
Fantastic.
It's from Thomas Newman. What's calling my heart? You can email us hello@deckthehallmark.com. Tell us what's calling your heart.
That's right.
Dear Bran, Panda, and Dan, what's calling my heart this week is the Host of the Week segment, which I've just started. Today we have Panda as the Host of the Week. Can I say this? Panda has always been and always will be top-notch, top shelf, and top tier. I know we all know Panda for his scalding hot takes, but after the announcement of his departure, I decided we needed to know more about where he's heading off
Did you
to.
do a deep dive?
So I did the deep dive on
Great.
Google Plus.
Good.
And can I say this? What I discovered was shocking. He's starting a rival podcast called Double Deck the Deckers, where he roasts one member of the Double Decker community mercilessly once a week. I think we all need more information on this because I'm dismayed. And can I say this? I stand by it. Sincerely, forgive me, Panda. I see what he did there.
That's
P.S.
good.
Thanks for bringing so much laughter over the years, Panda. I wish you the best of luck. Signed, Thomas Newman.
We've got a clip?
I want to make sure I get the name right. It's called Double Deck the Deckers.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Lauren. and I hate the double deckers.
I'm Ralph, and I love the double decker.
It's Panda. I like the double deckers.
Aren't you supposed to really bash them?
Who do we have? I'm Lauren. Who do we have? Who do we have this week?
Right?
Ralph?
We have Holly Goodfellow.
Oh, Holly.
You said you really hate her.
You hate her?
Give us the business.
Yeah, I'll tell you some things about Holly. What's with that name, Holly? Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right? Holly Jolly. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's not a thing, right?
I'm Lauren.
I'm Ralph.
I'm Panda.
Man, the two co-hosts you got are not.
Who are they?
They're not great.
They're my good friend Lauren and Ralph. And
Lauren. I didn't try it on purpose.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I think they have real potential. What's the kind of?
But that's why you can call it Ralph Lauren Presents.
Yep.
Double deck the double deckers.
Yep.
You got to work on the intro though, because I don't know who's who and what they
a mess
feel.
up
Well,
there,
that's
man.
just the first episode. We get it down to a fine art by the third episode.
Got a clip. Hi, I'm Lauren.
Hi, I'm Ralph. Hey, I'm Panda.
And we hate you, double deckers. Who we have this week, Ralph? I'm Lauren.
We have Lynn Austin.
Yeah, Lynn could go kick rocks.
Yeah.
Don't like anything Austin related. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Panda.
And
I'm good.
Lynn Austin.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Ralph.
I'm Panda.
We're out. Yeah, you guys
And
know
I got bad news. We've recorded already about 800 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
They're short episodes.
They're not real long. We can batch them on Sunday nights.
Fantastic.
But I will say that is as good as it gets.
Yeah, that is the
episode
cream
3.
of the crop. Cream of the crop. Well, but maybe we'll get more of that later. Who can tell? How do they listen? They can't?
You can find us on.
It's only on Limo. What's Limo, Panda?
Guys, so first of all, you got to Google it, but then you got to type in a secret password. I don't know the password. Lauren knows it.
I'm Lauren.
Yeah.
And I'm Ralph.
And then you've got to download.
Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Say it. Say your name.
Panda. I'm
And this
Panda.
is the double decker. Hi, I'm Lauren.
I'm Ralph.
I'm Panda.
Got it.
Double deckers.
All right, we'll do. Until then, yeah.
What do you?
What's
you just
tomorrow?
want to say?
Tomorrow's Friday, and we're going to be covering Hallmark movies and mysteries with our good friend Brian, who's going to be coming on in to do more Hallmark Channel stuff for us after Panda departs. So look forward to that, to get to know Bri a little bit. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Hallmark is a That Sounds Fun podcast. It's produced by Tracy Noah's name. It's recorded live in Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.